Welcome back. You're still watching SA Today on the SABC News Channel. On Wednesday, the world celebrated 50 years anniversary of Earth Day, but this year things were a bit different. More than a third of the world's population was under some kind of lockdown, with climate crisis analysts saying that COVID-19 is a grim reminder of how environmental changes cause these kinds of diseases that pass from animals to humans. Now, to discuss this further, we're now joined via Skype by Johannesburg's member of the Mayoral Committee for Environment, Infrastructure and Services, Mpho Moerane. Thanks so much indeed for joining us. Welcome to the program. So Earth Day came. We had one conversation on the day, but it was quite quiet given the COVID-19 scenario and the challenges in finding ways to commemorate the day.
Thank you, Peter. Good afternoon to the viewers of SABC News. Peter, it's said that on the 28th of March, from 8:30 to 9:30, we were supposed to have an Earth Hour. It's when we switch off the light to highlight the importance of Earth Hour and Earth Week. Due to coronavirus and the lockdown, unfortunately, we could not switch off, but we always encouraged people to try switch off the lights during that time. But people were panicky. They were panicking about the lockdown and all that. So unfortunately, we missed the opportunity to highlight the Earth Hour, the Earth Day, and the Earth Month.
Wow. All right, so during COVID-19, life has changed significantly in many ways for not just business, but us at home and those that are sort of working during this time. And I just wonder, as someone who's concerned about the environment, what are some of the issues that have come up peculiarly as a result of COVID-19?
Peter, firstly, the COVID-19 has impact on adverse weather conditions. We are told that the virus survives on cold environment. Our worry is that the cold or hot temperatures, or extremely for that matter, are caused by climate change. So as long as we are not taking responsibility on making sure we manage the climate change, we will continuously have diverse hot conditions or diverse cold conditions. South Africa, we are approaching winter period, and the worry is that a lot of people are going to get flu. And the problem is that you will never know if the person has the virus or not, but the virus is going to survive on cold conditions, and that is the main worry. And it also have an impact on our climate change. It is important as we move on. We need to take drastic change to make sure that we protect our environment.
All right. So again, it's almost sometimes benefit on the one and then negative on the other. As a lot of businesses are closed, industrial waste is minimized, but the more we stay at home, domestic waste increases. And we need to be cognizant. And I know that in the complex that I live, not everybody is putting plastics in the right bags and so on and so forth. But because we're at home, we're consuming more, I suspect, and we need to be mindful of these kinds of things all the more.
Peter, it is difficult during this period because, firstly, the recyclers are closed, the buybacks are closed, the waste pickers are not allowed to be on the streets. That's number one. But what we have done as Pick It Up, we have increased our cycles to collect waste. You will notice that since the lockdown, we are consistent in making sure that we collect waste. Unfortunately, we are not yet at the stage where we separate waste at source, which will help us dramatically. But we are collecting our waste continuously, and we always educate residents to make sure that they sanitize the handle and the lid of the 240 bin. Make sure that the plastic that you put inside is properly tied up. Where we don't have bins like informal settlements, We have skip waste, where we encourage people not to throw plastics on the ground or on the streets, but inside the skip waste. And then we have increased the collection of those skip waste in informal settlements and in areas where we don't have the 240 bins.
All right, so Mr. Moerane, we're going to have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but I think we probably need to have more conversations, particularly as these regulations become clearer and how they might affect us and our environment. Thanks so much indeed for your time.